episode. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Unheard-of. With myself, Evan Brooks, my co-host here, Nick, and today it's a family affair. We brought my own brother, Matt.
Yes, sir.
And our cousin, Aaron, on. Well, Nick's brother. And there's been a lot circulating this week surrounding my girl, Lori Harvey.
This is not your girl. You do not know her.
You know what? That's okay. At this point, I'm not too upset that I don't know her. But Lori Harvey has been circulating in the news lately because of what Boosie had to say about her situation and how we tend to glorify women who are getting around these days rather than praising the men who are deciding not to provide homes for these women and just kind of running through them, for lack of better words. So we wanted to kind of share our perspective on that and get into this topic of double standards because they exist so much in so many different areas of dating. So without further ado, let's get into it, y'all.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, Aaron here, he's gone through, I'd say probably the most out of any of us, being that he's the one who has been married and now recently divorced. I'm gonna just put it to you like this, man. Aaron is not the bad guy. He is a victim here, okay? He's a victim. He is a victim here, Aaron. I feel for you, brother. I feel for you, man. And I just need to, well.
You feel for him now. Wait till his ex-wife see this episode.
Oh, look. Honestly,
you gonna need more than
honestly, I've been so excited to get him to start talking about this. I mentioned Lori Harvey and Boosie and just skipped it just to go to this. Let's backtrack for a second.
I'm glad you're ready.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this situation with Boosie and Lori Harvey. In case people didn't know what happened, Boosie joined Vlad, a popular journalist, which he does often, and Vlad asked him about this whole situation with Boosie dating Michael B. Jordan and how she's kind of been passed around countless times, it seems now, before. And she seems to be dating all the, the Trey Songz of the world. You date Diddy and this man's son. Like, what? So there's a conversation now of like, has it gone past wholesome? Like, is Michael B. Jordan tripping for dating this woman? Is it a publicity stunt? So,
and honestly, even why is a woman's promiscuity unattractive to men? I think that's a conversation that women want to hear and try to understand why we feel that way.
Well, let's talk about it.
Also, why it's attractive to men, and those things tend to be the wrong reasons why women want to attract men. But men are attracted to it, but not because
in the way that women.
Yeah, it's not in the way like, oh yeah, like I think what happens a lot is women get a lot of the wrong attention, right? And it's like you sit here and you go, okay, well, you're a woman who's looking to get married and you have this past, and if you're watching this woman on TV and you're going, oh well, she's goals, right? She's goals, and it's like, yeah, there's plenty of men that would date her. I mean, you see women on the internet taking their clothes off, doing all kind of stuff. Like, there's plenty of men that will date you. Like, they'll even make you their girlfriend. They'll fly you out, take you on trips, and you think, oh, I got dudes.
But it's the type of guy that's going to do that.
And it's not even just that. You might actually have a good guy, but he's not going to marry you.
Yeah.
If you actually believe that a man is going to marry you to have a long-lasting relationship with you, is going to look at you like, oh, this is the woman that I deem worthy of having my children. You are sadly mistaken.
I mean,
sadly mistaken.
That's the thing. A lot of women confuse sexual attention and desirability as far as getting married. There's a lot of women who are gonna want to smash you. A lot of men that are gonna want to smash you, and a lot of men who are gonna want to take you out, show you a good time, and all of that.
Because it's fun.
But the thing is, women wear that as a badge of honor. They wear that on their sleeve. They're like, oh, because all these men is thirsting after me and they, whistling at me and trying to holler at me all the time, then I'm the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact of the reality is, I hate to break it to y'all, but men are thirsty. Men want sex.
I mean,
So to be honest, it doesn't make you special that a man wants to have sex with you.
Exactly.
It makes you special when a man wants to marry you and actually put a ring on your finger and buy you a house and create a family. That's what makes you special.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard women brag. You know how many dudes I got in my DMs? Blah blah blah. Like, okay, you got 50 dudes in your DMs, and all 50 of them dudes are in 50 other females' DMs. So, like, why do you feel special?
Right.
You're not. You're not. Like, you're
Right.
just another one of the DMs at the end. It's like, okay, which one of them's gonna bite? Like, y'all all are getting the exact same attention, and you think you're special based off of attention that is mainly driven in sexual base anyway. And it's
Right.
like, but then it's like, oh well, like I said, somebody like you guys brought up Lori Harvey, like, oh, that's goals. It's like, nah, like most of these dudes that are getting at her, it's like, okay, she's a beautiful woman. Like we're not
that's
wrong.
not
I mean,
the
debate.
she bad
Yeah.
as hell.
She bad.
Like,
Okay, look,
everybody knows that, but.
So speaking of the goals part, right? Because I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were like, Lori Harvey is giving us the playbook of what we're supposed to be doing as women. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
This is
Let me tell you something right now. Look. Because I'm convinced this whole Lori Michael B. Jordan thing, publicity stuff.
For real.
I agree.
they're going
Publicity
too
stuff.
hard.
Way too hard. Why is it that there just so happens to be a camera crew everywhere fucking where you go?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all, and even if it's not a camera crew that's there, y'all are like, look what I did. Look what look, we got turtles. We got turtles, y'all.
But let's be honest though. Let's be honest about something. The fact of the matter is, most women don't look like Lori Harvey.
No, they don't.
No, this is facts.
So what I'm saying is that women are
99.9% of women don't look like.
So the fact of the matter is that women are creating a basis for how they're gonna operate in the dating circle based on what this 0.0001% of women are doing.
Right.
Y'all don't look like that.
Look.
Y'all don't got money like that. Y'all don't have status like that.
I've been saying this for years. Celebrity women be setting up regular women for failure on a day-to-day basis.
For sure.
Look, it first dawned on me when Beyonce was talking about to the left. And then every woman in America was talking about, I can have another you. I'm like, bitch, you can't get a man to begin with. What are you talking about?
The women on Section 8 that need
You know what I'm saying?
all the assistance
Like,
of the world.
I don't want you
No
or your
shade,
food
but it's
stamps.
just
Like, you're good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, Lori Harvey, beautiful woman. Beautiful. Bar none. Like, she's one of the baddest in the game.
Yeah. No doubt.
I'm not taking that away from her.
1%.
But I really feel like this is me. I feel like she watched the Kim Kardashian how to, and she's trying to apply it. She's trying to do it without dropping the sex tape. That's what she's trying to do. Because there's no fucking reason why you should be going from this dude to that dude to this dude to that dude. I mean, like, yo,
To this dude's pops.
yo, like that's the part. Yo,
That's what killed everything.
she really
Yeah.
like. Oh, so
That's
you-
what lost her for me.
Let's-
That's what
You
lost her.
go
all the
from
way,
you go from Justin to his daddy.
To his daddy.
Like, to be honest with you,
Like, bro, and that's
like,
gold.
don't get me- look,
And that's
could y'all
gold.
imagine
That's
if
gold.
a man-
And that's gold.
That's gold.
And
That's
bro.
gold.
That's
Now look. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna play both sides of it real quick and say Diddy ain't shit for that. Okay, Diddy is
agree.
not shit for that. You weird for that, Diddy.
I agree.
But at
But
the
who's
same
getting
time,
played?
but exactly at the same time, if that's how you roll, like, hey son, you mind if I take this little piece off your hands? Dog, you look like a fool as the woman. You know what I'm saying?
It's really her because Diddy damn near billionaire. You feel
Exactly.
me?
Yeah.
And Justin being in that, you know what I mean? Like he don't give a fuck about
He
this.
don't. He
Like,
probably
I'm
knows like this is
you know
just
what I
a
mean?
game.
He don't give a fuck. So it's like at the end of the day, you're the woman who is seen everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just looks like you're unstable.
And see-
Which really, like, of all people to be your pops, Steve Harvey be on TV trying to teach women how to,
Be classy.
Yo.
Come on, that's not real, yo.
No. Lori Harvey
That ain't real.
took this think like
Steve
a man
Harvey's a
shit
genius.
way too
bro.
far.
I mean, yes.
Way too
But
far.
let's be real. Steve Harvey's a genius. That's a whole.
For
he's
sure.
an absolute
For sure.
genius.
Hey, no,
capitalism,
bro.
That's capitalism.
He took advantage of lonely middle-aged women who are having trouble finding men, and he capitalized off of their loneliness.
Exactly.
Steve Harvey's
what
been
it is.
divorced like 3 times.
And they ate it up and believed
And all
it.
of a sudden,
He's a
he's the
relationship
spokesperson for the relationship.
Exactly.
Now, and the thing is, see, here's the thing.
I mean, somebody can say that about me.
The
I'm over here talking
argument-
about dating. I ain't been in a relationship in like 6 years.
Damn, bro. But here's the thing.
Oh,
In regards to the conversation always from the woman's side is, oh, well, why can't she do this? Why can't she date multiple people and go out on dates and live her best life, this and this? My answer to that, and most of our answers to that, she could do whatever the hell she wants to do. Yep. That is not a debate.
Right.
I don't never tell a woman you can't do this.
Right.
Exactly.
But you can't be mad about how the opposite sex views your activities.
Right.
This is not about whether you can or can't do something.
You can do whatever you want.
More power to you.
More
You
power
do
to you.
and honestly,
Most
men will tell you they respect a woman who is honest about what she wants and her intentions.
Absolutely.
We respect it. Like, if you want to sleep with me from the jump, but you're making me take you here, take you there, spend this on you and that, just to get it, but you wanted it from day one, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're just taking advantage of me at that point.
Right.
Because sex is not something that's supposed to be one-sided. You're both benefiting from that.
Yeah, but let's be honest, dude. Let's be honest. Nowadays, and I mean, to an extent, it's understandable, right? But I think that a lot of women have gone too far with using sex as some sort of bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I said last episode. They put a price on the area.
It takes two to tango.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, for me personally, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but it's like, have we all, quote unquote, paid for sex? Yeah, we all have.
Definitely.
Like, come on. It's like, we're not, and the thing is like, oh, well, I mean, let's be honest, man. It's almost, in certain aspects, it does almost kind of sound like legal prostitution.
Bro,
Right?
It just
fact,
is, man.
right?
Like,
the fact
at the end
that
of the day,
unspoken.
if you're a woman and it's like, oh, well, like, there are women out there that think like this. It's like, oh, well, he only took me out and spent, $80 on me for food. But then it's like, oh, well, he took me out to Nobu. He can get the panties. So just because he took you out to Nobu, he getting panties now.
Right.
Like, if that ain't the
That's why I do
definition. No, but I'm just saying, bro, if that ain't the definition of, like, that's about as close to prostitution as it gets. It's just that the money has a middleman, right? Like, you're just not giving it directly to her. It's going to the restaurant. Right?
I mean, and let's just be honest about the situation. Relationships are transactional.
Yes,
they just are.
Definitely.
Yes.
You
Most
cannot,
definitely.
if I'm giving something, I expect something in return.
Yep.
If you give something, you're expecting something in return. If they weren't transactional, then we wouldn't have these standards of, oh, well, I'm giving all this to this person and he's treating me like this. Like, so people got to get out of this, well, why do I got to give you something because you're doing something for me? That's bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're both giving and receiving in return.
Exactly. It's just that those things.
But people want to pick and choose what they want to use as a transaction or not.
But
What's
the
valuable
problem
enough?
is nowadays we
First
live in
of
a
all-
time where people think that, we have this whole equality movement. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. So
Oh, yeah. We're about to get into
But
that.
we got this whole equality movement, and I think what people or women or men, I would say in particular women, is that they go, okay, because, obviously women are in the workplace now. Women make almost just as much as men. And when it comes to black folks, just since we're all black here, more women are graduating with college degrees. More women are getting better than jobs. And that's pretty soon, I would say in the next 10 years, if it hasn't already happened, black women
they'll be
will
making
be
more.
out earning black men.
Yeah.
For sure. It's going to happen sooner rather
Absolutely.
than later. It's probably already happened. It's
think
probably
so.
already happened.
I think so.
Hey, let's be real.
The only thing that
Hold on.
levels the playing
Hold
field
on.
are like plumber jobs and
Sidebar real
that
quick.
you don't need to pay for.
Sidebar, because I don't want this to be like, oh, we're just sitting here bashing women.
Yeah,
Black men, we got to step up.
definitely.
Yeah.
We got to
1000%.
step
1000%.
up.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than just I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be an athlete.
Man.
You know, I'm banging, whoopty whoop whoop whoop,
But
whatever
that's what
it
they
is.
respect, bro. Hold on, time out.
I don't give a fuck what they respect. I'm just talking about us as a culture.
That is what they respect.
It is what they respect. I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
I go outside the race.
I'm gonna tell you. No, I feel you. I
don't care.
Look,
I don't care what they
this
respect.
person
I'm just
shall
talking
remain
about
nameless.
us.
This person shall remain nameless, right? I'm gonna use. I'm going to use different places and everything else, right? So, I was talking to this girl, right? Mm-hmm. So we're having a conversation. You know, we're together for a long time, and I said, "You treat me like you don't like me anymore," right? Now, mind you, and this is not for brags. This is not to, but you know, I'm not what you would call a lower income earner. And I'm not saying that to be brash or cocky.
You make good money,
but I make good money. I've been making good money since I was 22 years old. You know, I've done a lot better than most, especially most black men my age throughout my life, right? And you know, this person who I was very good to told me. I said, you know, she goes. I said, hey, you know, you treat me and you act like and you say things that let me know that you don't like me like that. You don't like the way that I carry myself. You may not like the way that I look or whatever the case may be, right? So I said, okay. And she says, well, you know, I like guys, and I'm using different places. I like guys that carry themselves like guys from the Bay Area do, right? And I said, well, I'm not from the Bay Area. I'm from LA. I'm SoCal, not NorCal, right? And it's like, well, and her response is, well, that doesn't mean anything. And I said, okay, so if I'm from a different place, that doesn't really make sense. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm not mad at what you like. And then, well, you know, her response is, well, Nipsey Hussle is from SoCal, and I like the way that he carries himself. So, what?
Hey, R.I.P. Nipsey, man.
No, R.I.P. Hey, look, there is nothing wrong with idolizing certain things about that guy. Being from, you know, growing up off of Slauson, you know, being from the area, you know, I commend him for a lot of the things that he did for the area that I grew up in. And I love his rise from where he was from to be a better man, to become an investor, to, you know, y'all know me, I love real estate. The fact that, you know, he's like, hey, buy Crenshaw, buy the block, you know, buy our community. Like,
but that's what I'm talking about,
it's
though.
all great.
That
you know
goes
what I mean?
back to what I'm saying. As black men, we got to do better, because Nipsey was in the forefront. Yeah, everybody knew him as a banger. You feel me?
But let me no offense to Nip, but I was telling people to buy property before Nip got famous and was telling people to buy property. Right. I bought my first piece of property. Platform. I bought my first piece of property when I was 24 years old. You know what I mean? So, like, but
it's bigger than just property.
It's bigger than just property. You know, at the end of the day, you know, when we're talking about black women, right, and we're talking about the way that they have this view of what a quote unquote man should be, and what they should submit to, and what they shouldn't submit to, you know, X, Y, and Z. It's like, hey, you got a man that treats you a certain way, that, you know, that is good to you or whatever the case may be, and it's like, oh, I don't like you because you don't fit a certain mold of what we deem is worthy of a black man. So, and we're not talking about the way that I think, or we're talking about the way that my aesthetic features, or the way that I carry myself, speak, dress, all these other things, right? And so what that comes down to is, you know, I firmly believe, and I've said this many times before, that black women have a warped perception of what they deem a respectable black man to be. There is a mold in our community that basically states, if you don't have a certain appeal, right? If you don't have a certain appeal, you are not respectable. And we all grew up that way. Like, let's be real. We all had to. We all had to be. And Nick, you're a little bit younger than like me and Matthew are, and even Evan's a little bit behind us. But you know, come on, man. We grew up as kids in the '90s, man. Like being light skinned in the '90s and going to all black schools. Come on, man. Like, I mean, there was a certain level of that you had to have. You just had to. And it's like we have this toxic perception that that's the way that we're supposed to be, and therefore women hold us to that standard. Shit is toxic.
Who are the desirable sexual symbols to as far as what women view as a desirable man? It's Tupac.
You want us judging other dudes?
No, listen.
You talking about black women?
Black women.
Black women. Be specific.
It's Tupac. It's Nipsey Hussle. It's hood mentality.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to generalize it like that.
No, bro. Listen,
it is, bro.
And I love these guys. They are great in their own rights. Yep. But we're not praising doctors. We're not praising engineers. We're not praising lawyers.
Because they're not in front of our face.
That's true.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
They're not in front of our face.
That's true. But I'm not going to say that they're only
I'm not going to generalize it like that.
Like hood niggas, because the fact of the matter is, who is the biggest one that you would hear? And this is while Tupac is alive. Denzel. Oh, Denzel. He's not a hood dude.
That's older women, though.
That's older women.
That's
not talking about our generation.
That's
talking about our generation.
That's true. But our generation still did like a younger Denzel. Now, I'm not going to go against what you're saying as far as that hood, that hood perception or whatever. Because I remember my homeboy's ex. This was like some years ago, but I remember like she had posted Tupac on like her Instagram story or whatever, right? And she's like, "Oh, this is Daddy," right? And I was like, "Daddy," I was like, "You calling dead men daddy?" Like, and it was just this. It was kind of weird to me. It was like, this dude was dead, and she was like younger than I am too. So I'm like, this dude been dead since you were like 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're calling him daddy? So it's all about...
By the way, we're all 4 of us are big Tupac fans.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody did Tupac.
Facts.
I got a tattoo right here because of Tupac.
All 4 of us are Tupac fans.
But it's just...
I got a tattoo with Nipsey, so I mean...
Yeah, but it's just this idea. I mean, and it's not just black women. I was going to tell you that too. It's not just black women, bro. Like, most women these days, I have literally been told I'm too nice. It turned a woman. It turned a woman off. Like literally, like she's like I'm attracted to you, but like you're just too nice.
Yeah, being nice is a turn off.
Yeah, it's a turn off.
A good guy.
A good guy. I can't tell you, bro. I cannot tell you how many times I've picked a woman up for a date, got out of my car to open her door, and she was shocked.
Yeah, I know.
Shocked.
I know.
I pulled out a woman's chair. She's like, no one's ever done that.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody does that.
2021.
Nobody does that. And I'm like,
walking
but
on the outside of the street.
I've
had women who, when I tell them, hey, I'm supposed to walk out on the outside of the street, they're like, they've never even heard of that. Never even heard of that. And it's just like, but the thing is that those qualities are not what's respected. And that's the biggest problem. I see you, Nick.
That's good.
Hey, Nick.
You got some more of that?
I think he... Oh, no, there's more. Yeah. I thought he took all the rest of the orange juice. I was over here looking like Kevin Hart, like, while he was pouring your shit.
I'm convinced now. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. Like, at the end of the day, y'all will date the same dudes over and over and over again and expect a different result. Y'all date the same kind of cats over and over and over again. Yep. Like, and you sit there and you're like, why am I not having success? Right. I tried this type of guy. It's like, no, you might date a different guy, a guy with a different look, but the mindset, the way that maybe that they're raised or the things that they're into, you're dating the same type up here over and over and over again and expecting a different result.
Right. I remember.
But the thing is that, and then when you change it up, and they might be attracted to somebody different for a minute, but it wears off because that's not really what they like.
Here's the thing. Yo, let me touch on this real quick because I pride myself. I feel like I'm a good dude. You know what I mean? I feel like public perception may, differ or whatever. But I feel like I'm a good dude.
Man, you full of shit right now.
Yo, look.
Bro.
Hey, I love you.
Bro.
I love you. But
that dude's heart don't match up with his actions a lot of times.
He has a great heart.
He knows.
Stop right there, Nick. I have a great heart. That's all that matters.
He knows what's the right thing, and he knows what he would like to be the case. And then he'll just go against his own grain.
Matthew is the softest ain't shit dude I ever met.
First of all, that's not the case.
Oh, man.
I've knocked many a niggas out.
No, not soft in that way.
Yeah, I ain't.
Soft in regards to like you're kind-hearted.
I'm very kind-hearted. I'm a lover. Yeah, I am a lover. For real.
I don't mean soft in a negative connotation.
Yeah, no, I'm not niggas out.
No,
but
I'll be honest. You're one of the more. And I think I told you this not too long ago about Matthew. Matthew is one of the more romantic.
Oh, definitely.
Matthew's good in the romance department.
Oh,
I
too
do
good.
that all day.
too damn good. Yo, shout out to my brother Will Smith. He helped me get out a girl. You feel me? He helped me. You know what I mean? And yo, we did some dope things together. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Will. You know, hey, Westbrook.
I want to touch on why do you guys think that the concept of double standards, right, with men and women, has been a constant issue, right? So women feel like, oh, if something benefits men, well, that's a double standard, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or if something, why can't I do this? Men do that.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all, how do you guys feel in general about double standards? Are double standards fair, unfair? Why they are what they are?
Double standards are necessary.
Well, I mean, yes. But hold on.
Hold on. Let me touch on this real quick. Mm-hmm. So where we are now as a society, right? You got to understand, we are in a transitional phase right now.
Yeah.
You look back to the year, let's just say 1912, right? Mm-hmm. Year of the Titanic, all that shit, right?
Yep.
From then on into, just put an X on it.
Yeah.
From 1912 to the year X, right? Men were the ones who were supposed to pull out your chairs, right? We're supposed to pursue the woman, right? We're supposed to provide for the woman.
Yep.
The woman is supposed to be the stay-at-home mom, right? All these things, like, these were the quote-unquote standards of a relationship. This is what it's supposed to be. Yeah. This is what I'm accustomed to. My man is supposed to go out there, provide for me. I'm supposed to be at home, handling the children, raising the kids, washing the dishes, cleaning the clothes. Dinner is prepared when you get home from work. That's the standard of what it was, right?
Yes. Right.
But then you come up to now, right? And now, because, and I largely blame this on social media.
That's the death of us.
I think all of us can agree on that. Because social media makes it so that you can see things that you wouldn't have seen before. Yeah. You can see a lifestyle that you wouldn't have seen before.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You wouldn't know what Joe Blow is out there doing in California if you're from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just happen to be the most beautiful woman in Nebraska.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
You don't know what Joe Blow is out there doing in California without social media.
Exactly.
Right?
You're right.
So now,
1000%.
you see all these things, right? And it's gotten to a point where women are fighting for their rights, as they should.
Definitely.
Because America and everybody else watching, we definitely are advocates for women's rights. You should have it.
Believe in equality in the workplace.
Definitely.
Exactly. There's no reason why a man should be making more than a woman.
Equal work, all that.
Okay, so we got that.
Right? I even believe that women, when they're, in the workplace on their cycle or pregnant or whatever, should get special treatment.
Yeah.
They should. I mean,
but the problem, here's where the problem lies. Is that a double standard?
Hell yeah, it's a double standard.
Exactly. This is why I said it's necessary.
That's why but going back to what I'm saying, though. But going back to what I'm saying. The thing is, right, having said all of that, we're getting to, now we're in this gray area, right? Where it's getting to a point now where women are advocating for, equal rights, equal opportunity, yada, yada, yada. But they're starting to treat themselves as equals in the quote unquote double standard lane, where it's like now they try to play the game of the birds and the bees, where it's like before they were the bees and now they're trying to be the birds. You know what I mean? So because of that, they're trying to play dudes the way that quote unquote dudes play females.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
It doesn't work.
It don't work like that. Right? But that's why I said we're in this gray area, because before, for years, it was like this. Now we get here. Now we're in this gray area where now everybody's trying to do the same shit.
Yeah.
And
right?
I kind of want to address something because here's the problem that I have. I think people are confusing equality with being the same. Okay.
Yes.
Men and women
Are
under
different.
the eyes of God are the same. We have the same type of value, right? We are valuable in the eyes of God.
Exactly.
I am no better than the woman standing next to me.
Right.
We got that very clear.
And if you
But-
don't believe in God, just for the people that don't
Yeah.
believe in God, universe, nature,
Whatever.
whatever you
Yeah.
want to call society, whatever you
We
want
ain't
to call
talking
it.
to them.
However, now listen, however, I am different from you.
Definitely.
And
Right.
you are different from me.
Right.
Completely
If we were the same, we would be one species. There would not be a man and a woman.
Well, we're
There
one
would just-
species. We're Homo sapiens.
I mean,
But
yeah.
there are. It's just like with bears, bro. Like there's different kinds of bears.
Yeah, I know.
Every
We got bears?
We got.
Hey, we're not gonna talk
Hey, inside joke on that. Inside joke.
No, here's what I'm saying. The problem
Bury
is that
on, bury on.
the reality of the situation is there are double standards that benefit men,
Yes.
and there are double standards that benefit women.
Of course.
And,
Now-
and a lot of those double standards should be so.
I cannot. If a woman slaps me and I slap a woman back, I'm going to jail, not her.
Right.
I'm gonna get the maximum sentence for domestic violence. She's gonna get a slap on the wrist and be like, "Oh, just don't do that anymore."
Yeah.
Oh, can we
look,
speak on your double standard
Can
real quick?
I can. This has happened to me. You
Hold
mind
on,
if
can we
I-
speak on your double standard? So look, recently, right? Y'all were all witnesses.
Yes.
I posted on social media
Oh yeah.
because Valentine's Day had just, this has happened on Valentine's Day, right? And first of all, shout out to you, woman. A lady had posted on social media how she had just got engaged.
Yeah.
I'm like, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Congratulations. You know what I mean?
Congratulations, girl.
That's great. I'm very happy for you. You know what I mean?
We love here.
We love.
Definitely. Especially when it's real.
Especially when it's real. But was
But
it real?
is it real? Cause like, yo,
So how real was it?
yo, bullshit you not. Like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago at most, you were just in my DM talking about how we need to hang out.
Damn.
Why you're single, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, he could have married her on a whim. No,
It must have been a hell of a whim.
No,
whim,
but here's
Because
what
the
the
thing
problem.
is like, look, now I say this, let me
Yeah.
give a preface, because
Go ahead.
I wasn't all that interested in her. You know what I mean? She was an attractive woman, you know what I mean? But I really wasn't. I was like, am I attractive? Like, I don't really feel like I am. You know what I mean?
She alright.
She
but-
cool.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I posted about it. I'm like, yo, shout out to the girl who was in my DM last week but got engaged today. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's the double standard because it's like,
If a man did that, they would be freaking
Bruh.
scorned,
Bruh, that woman. The thing is, a man will stall a woman out for that. Just like he did. While he spoke on it, he didn't mention who she was. None of us know who she was.
Oh, yeah.
right.
And
And
if
then
he
you feel like-
did that,
look,
if the
blasted.
table was turned,
Yeah,
he's
look.
blasted
Hell
just for
yeah.
being a dog.
Exactly.
Just for being a dog.
This
Exactly.
dog, it was
Exactly.
in my DMs last week. Now look at him, engaged. Your picture gonna be posted and
Exactly.
everything.
Right.
Come on,
Exactly.
man. Come on.
All
man.
to make me look bad.
Exactly.
And the thing about it was,
Exactly.
is again, I felt like I didn't need to do it because A, I wasn't that interested in her. And B, it's like, what do I gain from that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like, do you engaged, you happy, whatever, cool. Like, I'm not hating, but at the same time, like, you got to understand how your engagement looks to
It looked phony.
people you was fucking with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even to say you was fucking with me
Or even
heavy and
trying
whoop,
to.
whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
But it's just
trying
like, you out here talking about why you single and all this, and then you're engaged?
Yeah.
A week,
That looks.
2
I'm
weeks
gonna
later?
tell you what
Bruh.
that's desperation, but it's
Nobody wants you.
I don't understand.
But can we be honest and say that women place more value on getting an engagement ring
don't get me
than
started.
actually
Than the
being
actual
married?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Don't get me started.
Okay,
Hold on, wait, time
It's
out.
the moment.
It's a
It's
prize.
a dream. Women dream about
That
that.
is their trophy.
No. Let's
their
hold on.
trophy.
Time out. Let's place it where it needs to be placed. Women place more value on the ring and getting married than being a wife.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Women
Yes.
of our generation
Yes.
that look like us
Yes.
do not know how to be wives.
Right.
Especially a wife to a good man who takes care of you.
Right.
They don't because it's like women. the problem with women, and maybe I'm speaking on personal experience here.
Yeah, you speaking from experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
At the
one-
end of the
this
day,
gonna be a minute.
at the end of the day, and look, I've dealt with this. Y'all already know what I'm going through, right? So at the end of the day, I've had this conversation, and it's like, hey, this is what I bring to the table. I do this, I do this, I do that, I do that. I make your life easier in this way, that way, that way, and that way. So what I'm asking you to do is make my life easier in this way. And what the woman's response becomes is, oh, well, I can do that. I don't need you to do that. But you're not doing that. Okay? I'm doing that. So therefore, you need to make my life easier over here. And then it's like, well, I can do that, and I don't need you to do this, and blah 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 blah. Okay, and then now y'all know what I'm going through right now, and it's like, okay, well, but I want this from you, and I want that from you, but you didn't need me for that, right? You didn't need me for that. We had plenty of conversations about this. You didn't need me for that, but now you want stuff from me, right? So it's like,
being by yourself gonna
bro,
humble you.
yeah, exactly.
It's
Like,
gonna
hey,
humble
look, bro. At the end of the day, a lot of females out here, I don't know if it's because of social media, I don't know if it's because of what they see and all these men's in their DMs and faces when they're out walking the streets. They need to be humbled.
Yep.
Oh,
They
yeah.
need to be
Yep.
humbled. But what will humble
I love
them,
humbling.
unfortunately, the thing that is going to humble them is when they've given the you know what to all these different men, and they're 45 and then single. And single. That is what is going to humble them. And they're going to be looking back in their 20s and 30s and going, dang, like, I gave up all my youth and I gave up, my beauty and all of this to this man, that man, that man, that man, and now he's married to her and he's married to her and he's married to her. What happened with me? You wasn't humble. You was okay to get ran through. The thing is that it is okay to have expectations of your man, and it's okay to have expectations of your woman. Like, we're supposed to have it, just like you were saying earlier, like I think one of you guys said, that relationships in some aspects, they're supposed to be love, friendship, and all that. Like, yeah, all that's important.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there is a transactional aspect of relationships.
Right.
It's as basic as I scratch your back, you scratch my back. And the thing is that I think what a lot of women don't understand is that you got to scratch my back, but you don't have to scratch my back the same way that I scratch your back. For instance, if I'm the man, I know what it's like to own a home, and I cut my own grass, right? Like, my woman doesn't have to show me appreciation to that by going out and cutting the damn grass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
but have
It
some,
could be as simple
have
as
some
getting
cold
you some
water
water.
for me. Exactly.
Right.
Have some cold water for me when I come in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, babe, the lawn looks good. Like, here's some water. I know it's hot out there. Oh, by the way, I made lunch too. Appreciate that, because I've been outside cleaning the yard for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? If I'm the one paying most of the bills and you work a lesser job or don't work as much or work from home, you do that. So, take care of aspects in the house. So while I'm out, if we set it up that way, if it's supposed to be set up that way, you do your end, I do mine. And they don't have to be the exact same thing.
Right.
But a lot of times, I guess for whatever reason, women feel like, because I can do it too. It's like, yeah, you can do it too. Yeah, you can go out and earn a paycheck. I understand that. But, and you can probably pay some of the bills if we make close to the same amount. But you're not doing that.
Right.
I'm making it, or as a man, you're making it so you don't have to do that, right? So what that means is that you got to pick up the slack somewhere else.
Well, I mean, that's what a partnership is, bro.
I mean,
what a partnership
exactly.
is, you can't.
A partnership
It's
is
just
50-50.
like we said,
It
we
is.
like to relate things to the fact that we play basketball,
Exactly.
right? You don't have everybody on the basketball team shooting fadeaway jumpers.
No, you don't.
And knocking them down. You have somebody who's out there strictly to play defense. You have somebody who's out there to score 25 points.
To rebound.
Exactly.
You have somebody who's out there to rebound.
Yep.
You have
Start
somebody
the
who's out there to
offense.
pass. Start the offense.
Right.
Make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Yep.
It's a partnership that once you are together, then everything plays out the way it's supposed to. But if you've got one person trying to do the other person's job, then it doesn't work out.
Exactly. And then, in case in point, what you said, I mean, if we're, like Matthew said, we all play ball, we all relate stuff to sports. I mean, we can go back to any tandem of great ball players who have played together who are close to on equal playing fields. I mean, be it Magic and Kareem or Shaq and Kobe. Both equally as important to the success of what they got going on, right? But play completely different roles, function completely differently in what they're doing, but achieving the same goal. And it's not that one person is necessarily more important than the other. Maybe in this regard, in a single regard, this person might be important than the other, but in this regard, this person is more important than the other. But the problem is that people have this thing where it's like, and I think, and I would say women, and obviously I hate to say it, I'm not speaking on, look, I'm a black man. I'm not speaking on because I don't see, my friends or coworkers or whoever the case may be who are Hispanic, white, or Asian dealing with this stuff from their women. That's just the reality of it. And people gonna sit here and be mad and say, oh, you bashing black women. Well, if the shoe fits. If it fits. Don't be mad if it fits. Like, y'all aren't doing those things. Oh, I only hear from black women, well, a man has to show me he's ready, he has to show me reasons why I should submit. Nah, I ain't never heard no Asian chick or no Hispanic chick or no white chick go, no, he has to show. Nah, because they're taught.
They carry it on their...
It's already in their makeup. They're taught this from their mothers, from their fathers. Hey, this is how you are to your man. Not, oh, well, you didn't already do this, so now you already did this, so I'm supposed to submit. Like, nah, I gotta show you that I'm the man, right? If I'm dating you, I have to show you over time that I'm the man. I'm not just coming in and being your husband. You're not just coming in and being my wife, but you're showing me that you are capable of executing that role. Just like I'm showing you that I'm capable of executing that role. Part of that is me doing man shit. Part of that is you showing, hey, I know how to play this role. Yeah. Right? But in our community, we make it so much more difficult, and people are gonna say, oh, well, I'm bashing this and bashing that. Hey, there's a reason why. I think what is the percentage? Like only what is it? 1 out of every 4 black women get married in their entire life. Yeah. Like, I mean,
that number gonna quickly dissipate.
With men, what is it? So with men, I think it's what?
Like 2 and 5, maybe. 2
and 5 or 1 and 3 or something like that. So okay. So at the end of the day, y'all outnumber us. So okay, fine. But at the end of the day, are we? People are going, oh well, y'all are dating people out of your race. You goddamn right we are. Goddamn right we are. Ain't nobody trying to deal with all that. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that mouth, with that attitude. Especially because as black men, we being raised by our mothers, most of us were not raised to be super dominant. Black men are not as dominant of men as men of other cultures. No. We're just not. We are and what's crazy is that black women look at us like we're just the most misogynist motherfuckers on the earth. Yeah. They look at us like that, and it's like, yo,
and we're the most giving.
Hey, go date a Hispanic cat, go date a white boy. Yeah. They ain't putting up with that shit. I promise you that. Yeah, hey, they not putting up with none of that shit. Hey, bro, I know I'm not lying.
So let me just say
half the shit that I put up in relationships, marriage, and everything. I don't even want to say half. 75, 85% of that ain't no Hispanic cat putting up with that. Ain't no white boy putting up with that shit. These sisters is lucky. They lucky they dealing with us as black men, dog. They lucky. They got it good. That's lucky. They got it good. They got it easy. Lucky. They got it easy. They look, black women can't date outside their race. Hey. They just can't because, like I said,
so before it's rare, they do it, but it's rare.
It's rare. It's rare. But wait, hold on. Before we do that, the type of black women that are dating outside of the race. Are they ain't in the 90%?
Look, y'all, we knew we was gonna get this man started.
No, for real. They ain't in the 90%. Like, no, for real. The black women that first off, most black women don't want to date outside their race because they don't
This is
find
true.
they
That's
don't
the
find
biggest
men.
fact that we
Look,
said on the podcast.
they don't find men outside of their race attractive.
Yep.
They just don't.
That's
Okay,
right.
fine. So now you're pigeonholed into dealing with black men. And let's be real. No offense to y'all, because look, I think black women are the most beautiful women on the planet. But black women in the United States are the least desirable woman to mate with, marry, and have kids with. They just are. Not from us, but we're all included. Black men, white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, we're all included. And those are just the facts. So at the end of the day, you know, like, I think that a lot of, and I'm sorry to go down a rabbit hole, y'all, I'm sorry, but you know,
We're way down here now.
So anyway, what I think a lot of black, yeah, we going all the way. So a lot of sisters have, and that's why, you know, you've heard men sit here and say that the feminist movement, you know, is a white woman's movement, because it is.
It is.
It is. It is not a black woman's movement.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, y'all don't
They
have.
they convinced y'all that y'all was under the same oppression.
Exactly.
That they were.
White women.
That was never the
white
case.
women, especially back in the, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s, were a different kind of oppressed by the men of their race.
Right.
Black women are not oppressed by black men.
No,
Nah.
They're just not.
oppressed by white men.
Exactly.
We're all oppressed by the same.
We're all oppressed by the same person.
But
black men do not.
But
Nigga, don't.
no, black women feel like black men don't protect them.
Yeah.
Okay, and where does that come from? That comes from
All right,
slavery,
so-
bro.
so let me-
Hold on, wait. That comes from slavery, bro. That comes from the fact that
Nah, I'm
the
not even
reason
gonna say
why.
that.
No.
It's
Tell
just
you why.
even more recent.
Uh-huh.
They talk about, like, you know, the way we was riding for George Floyd wasn't the same way we was riding for Breonna Taylor.
Okay, was Breonna Taylor on tape? I hate when women say that. Was Breonna Taylor on tape? Like, let's not act like we don't live in a time where tape and video doesn't sensationalize.
Sandra Bland
Sandra
was huge,
Bland,
and that was
her
on
shit
tape.
wasn't on tape.
Sandra
No,
Bland.
Sandra Bland
Okay.
was
Oh, that's right. It
Sandra
on
Bland
tape.
was on
Exactly.
tape.
And Sandra Bland's hit quick.
Oh yeah.
It hit quick.
But-
the reason
but
why
the
Breonna
thing is,
Taylor
though-
took time to hit traction because we didn't get the story. Like, we're getting bits and pieces of the story. Nobody goes, oh, we hear the story, so we make judgment. And
But
if
here's
you
the
do
thing, though.
hear one tidbit of a story,
I'll say
you make
this.
judgment.
I'll say this
that
though.
Shit's kind of trash.
Black men wasn't riding for Sandra Bland like the way they was riding for George Floyd.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can agree
I mean-
with
It
that.
wasn't.
I can agree with that.
I've never.
Here's
I'm
the
gonna be
thing.
honest. I've never spoken a word about Sandra Bland before.
Here's the
I
thing.
have.
I need to get this
Not
point
that I don't
across
care, but
because before Aaron gets us canceled, I need to get this point
It's
across.
too easy to get canceled.
No,
in
listen.
2020.
Yeah, bruh.
I need to get.
Be
this
willing to
point,
listen. Listen to what's being said.
I need to get this point across. Here's the thing.
Who you trying to get to listen?
I see
Whoever's willing.
Good luck.
I see a lot of women nowadays trying to invalidate what men need from women. Okay?
Or what we do for them.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Public service announcement. If y'all actually want to be with men, if y'all want to be married, if y'all want to have kids, if y'all want that pristine middle class family life, y'all have to give a fuck about what men need from you.
Yep.
There can't be this attitude of, well, why are men telling us what they need from women? Why are men trying to tell women how to be women? It ain't about men trying to tell women how to be women. Yep. It's about telling women how to treat men.
Yes.
And if we're and let's keep it G. Let's keep it G. You talking about black folks, right? Most of us.
I mean, you talking about black folks.
Man,
I'm
talking about all.
I'm talking about all.
No, you're right. We talking about all.
I'm older man.
out to all races.
Time out. Other races don't have these issues. They don't.
No, bro, they do.
Not
You
like
see,
we do,
I
bro.
promise you.
Look at the percentages, though, bro. Like,
In
look at
comparison.
our in comparison, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they don't,
for
but
sure,
in
for
comparison,
sure.
bro,
I'm
it's
just
not
saying.
even
I'm just
close.
saying, based on, let's say just social media alone, right?
Yeah.
Let's be real. Who do you follow a majority of? Is it black women or is it others?
I mean, I follow more people that that look like me because
Exactly, it's
That's
black
the
women.
circle, yeah.
Now,
It's a
somebody
circle.
like me who grew up in the Inland Empire, who grew up around a multitude of different races of women, right? One thing I will tell you, black culture is the most desired by all races.
Definitely.
So these women are out here basically acting like black women, but, just not calling us niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
No, they are.
some of them are bold. Some of them are bold. I know some.
That's a whole other conversation.
I know some.
Yeah.
But
Hit that
for
another
the most
day.
part, but I'm saying these chicks in general, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, have you guys seen this meme where it's kind of been circulating a little bit, and it'll say one thing or another where it's something like it's a dude and he's saying like, I like it better when you, and the girl cuts him off and she's like, I don't care.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Bro, I hate that meme. Yeah. I can't stand it because
I don't care.
The meme is just it's these women's way of saying, I don't give a fuck what you want, dude.
Right.
I don't. I don't. It's about me and what I want. But ladies, you need to start giving a fuck.
Yeah.
You ain't never heard us say we don't care what you want.
Exactly.
You ain't never heard us say that.
Exactly.
Ever.
Man, that's facts.
Why is it that you can't care what we want?
It's so funny because I was dating somebody and I told her, I was like, why is it that I seem to always try to make what you need from me possible? How come every time you ask me for something, I say either yes or I will try to make it happen?
Bro, I literally had this conversation.
But when I ask you to do something, there's constant pushback.
Look, Nick, we could go on a tangent for.
Look, dude, I told a woman. I'll never forget. I told a woman one time. I said, "Look, if you notice, whenever you ask me for something, it's either yes." Or I'll try to make it happen, or we'll do it maybe not now, but later.
Right.
But then it's like basically what I'm trying to get across to you is that I don't tell you no.
Right.
I do not tell you no.
We don't tell them we don't care.
Don't tell them we don't care. So why is it that when I come to you with, hey, this is what I want, this is what I need, I don't think we're gonna be able to do, I don't think I'm gonna be like, how many times I gotta be told no while I'm always telling you yes or later, or like if I don't ever tell you no.
Right.
And then as I'm just the type of guy, I'm a little bit different. I don't ask for that much. You know what I mean? I just ask for
same.
Most guys pretty much, we don't ask for a whole lot. It's like,
I'm simple, bro. Just respect me and be nice.
Hey, what did Chris Rock say? Feed me, fuck me, shut the fuck up. And I don't mean look. I don't mean shut the fuck up as far as like, you're a mouse and don't ever speak and everything else, but it's like that nagging and that complaining for no reason. Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Especially if you got a good man who treats you right. Shut that shit up.
And that is the discrepancy.
That's the discrepancy. You got a good man who treats you right. Shut the fuck up.
Here's the problem.
I mean that shit.
A woman can't recognize a good man if they're standing right in front of their face.
They do, bro. They just don't like.
No. They definitely recognize it. No, they recognize it. If they didn't recognize it, you wouldn't hear something like, you're too nice.
Exactly.
They wouldn't hear that.
They recognize it.
You wouldn't hear that. That's fair. They recognize it. They just don't want that. And then they want to go complain about these fuck ass niggas that they choose.
Exactly.
Like, get it together.
And then, bro, if you're a good man, they'll find ways to invalidate you.
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh, I can. Yes. Oh, you do that? Oh, I can do what you do.
Yes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Fine. Every time I see a female who gets played by a fuck nigga, after like knowing, like, look, I'll make it personal about me. You know what I mean? I'm a good dude. Like I said, I'm gonna reiterate it. You know what I mean? But then it's like they choose these other dudes, whatever, and I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? Do you, baby? But anytime they get played, I'll just be like, that's what the fuck you get.
All right, so here's the thing. The fact of the matter is if a man were to do the exact same thing that the woman you said did, they would be scorned for it. They'd be, he ain't shit.
They would post my picture.
Exactly.
Talk about how I ain't shit.
Yep. And so the thing is,
and told your prospective wife to be.
The reality of the situation is that's a double standard.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? No, what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with it from the standpoint of like if people just accept that there are differences between men and women. I am not a woman, right? There are certain benefits you get as a woman that I don't get as a man. Yep. So
not all double standards are
the thing.
Valid though. I don't think that all double standards.
But there are a lot.
But here's the thing: the reason why I don't agree with the fact they're saying that there's nothing wrong with that is because, like, the reason why I did not blast her is because, like, look, you just got engaged and all that, and I clearly didn't give a fuck, right?
Right.
The thing about women is, women, you can pay them the slightest compliment, and now they quote unquote give a fuck. Right now, it's like, oh, you feeling me? Right. So now it's like, okay, I pay you a compliment, and now you're feeling me, but I go off and I get engaged to this chick. Now you feel a certain type of way, and now you're gonna blast me, blast my situation. You all up in the girls' DMs, right? Right.
Exactly.
So the thing is like the reason why I do say there's a problem with it is because y'all keep on talking about this equality and how y'all want everything the same, but yet y'all don't act accordingly, right? Even though y'all try to act accordingly, y'all keep trying to act like dudes, with how y'all play the game.
But that's my point. Imagine if we were in a world where women are taking men out on dates.
Yeah, but bro, let's be real.
No. Here. Imagine we're in a world where women are taking men out on dates. They're paying for the dates.
They wouldn't do it.
I asked someone this. I was like, imagine you take a man out on a date 5 times. You pay for every date.
They wouldn't want to do it. No, and let me tell you why.
No, but listen, I asked her a question. I was like, would you be mad if he don't give you some? She'd be like, yeah, I'll be mad. I was like, okay, so then why are you upset that men are expecting something from a woman if they're courting them, they're paying for dates, they're treating them like this and that. It's not just about sex.
But look, this is what I'm saying to you.
Hold on real quick. But see, here's the difference in the situations. In that situation, that's somebody putting financial out, right? I'm paying, right?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is there's no money involved. Strictly on actions alone. How a man acts versus how a woman acts.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, here's my point. What I'm saying is that I've seen where women will openly admit, okay, if a man, so they look at us as a man, as a protector, as a provider, right? They're supposed to protect us. Guess what? If you see a man getting knocked out in front of your face, you're going to look at him as less than. Are you talking about equality then? Are you supposed to be able to fight as well as I can fight? Are you supposed to be held accountable in the court of public opinion and law as a man is supposed to be? Exactly. If you want equality, you got to have all of the equality. You can't pick and choose when you want to be equal.
I get everything you're saying. The way I'm saying it differs in this situation is this is just I'm specifically talking about the way a woman acts and carries herself. Yeah. When it pertains to how a man acts and carries himself.
Yeah. Right. They're different. So
I'm not talking about like if somebody get knocked out because that's clearly apples and oranges. Like I'm not expecting no woman to be able to get out here and knock this nigga out. You know what I mean?
That's because you recognize that we are different.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Right. No, I get that. But what I'm talking about, I'm simply talking about old girl who went off and got engaged, right? For her to go do that after you was just in my DM and you were on the phone with me and telling me like why you're single, you know what I mean? And women love using that shit. Like anytime they use a verb twice, I'm single. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let's like. I'm curious because I got to ask you about the situation. The fact that like, okay, let's say you did the exact same thing, right?
Right.
She put you on blast. You know, whatever. Everybody's gonna be looking at you like, oh, well, he ain't shit.
She put me on blast by using my name or not by using my name?
But like name, picture, whatever. Like she put you on blast, right? So everybody knows it's you. Let's say
the record, I didn't do that.
No, I know you didn't. I'm just saying. Let's just say tables are turned, right? So if you now let's say you do that, right? You put her on blast, right?
I drop her name.
You drop her name, you drop everything else.
Right.
People gonna be looking at you like, oh nigga, you salty. You a bitch for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it's the other way around, if she just did that to you, nobody's gonna look at her like, oh, you a bitch. That's fucking you fucking up a happy home. Exactly. They're gonna be like, oh, that nigga ain't shit. That nigga ain't shit.
Look, time out.
So to speak on that, the exact reason why I didn't drop her name, and even through this podcast, I'm gonna continue not to drop her name, is because of the fact I didn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Like I really didn't. You know what I mean? I still don't.
Funny.
I'm not salty. Yeah. It's just funny.
But let's be real,
because
bro. A girl cannot give a fuck and still put you on blast.
Yeah. But the thing is,
and the thing is,
if you did give a fuck,
come on, that's the crazy part.
If you did give a fuck and elected to put her on blast with her name, you will still be labeled
Exactly.
as a sensitive ass bitch ass nigga.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So
thank God I didn't give a fuck.
Yes.
Exactly.
But time out.
Either way, it's like on either side, you're fucked.
Right.
And that's the thing.
And that's
like
the
either
double
side,
standard.
and that's the double standard.
And that's the
Exactly.
double standard.
Exactly.
Yes.
Go ahead. So listen, I saw on Twitter one day, a girl tweeted, and I've seen several tweets like this, like basically women saying that, women are acting this way and trying to, boss up and trying to be like men.
Look,
and basically,
I remember this. I remember this. Can I take over,
Yeah,
bro? This particular girl was talking about, if we take it back to the beginning of the conversation, was talking about the Boosie and Lori Harvey situation. And this girl retweets it and says, LOL, y'all so upset. Y'all so mad at the female version of yourselves.
Right.
And I see that. And I'm like, duh. What do you mean? Would you not be mad at the male version of yourself? You call him a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Because if a man's acting like a female, a woman, he a bitch nigga. He's soft. He this,
Exactly.
he that. But then, but I as a man can't be mad at a woman who's acting like a man.
Exactly.
Man, come on.
No, we don't want the female version of ourselves.
No,
we want the female version of you. We want a female.
If we wanted men, we'd be gay.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is no shade to gay people.
Exactly.
No, I'm not anti.
So to answer your question, ladies, if you ever thought that it was okay to be the female version of ourselves, hell no. Never.
Ain't nobody gonna want you.
We don't want you.
And here's the thing.
56 years old, alone.
Here's the thing that I gotta address, because a lot of this comes from feminism, right? This is passed down through the last couple of generations.
Of course it does.
Baby boomers, millennials, whatever, right? The problem is that feminism was about being valuable.
Exactly.
It was not about being equal.
Exactly.
It was about women having choice.
Yes.
Women having opportunities. It's not
it's about equal value.
Yeah.
But just that.
But what I'm saying is that there are women that really do believe that there is no biological difference between men and women.
Other than the fact that we have a penis and they don't.
And the fact of that is just absolutely, like, I really question like the sanity of these women that really think that men and women are the exact same, that we are capable of the exact same things. The fact of the matter is, the average man versus the average woman is physically way more gifted than the average woman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
right.
That goes without saying.
That goes without. But the
saying.
Problem is that women can't even agree with that.
But bro, you gotta understand.
They want to try to find their strength.
So here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. I'm not about to debate and be like, I could parent better than a woman, or I could nurture a kid better than a woman.
You could mother better than a woman.
I can mother better than a woman. I would never dare say that.
I know a lot of women I can parent better than.
But you got women. You got women who are taking pride out of, well, I can play that role too. And I can do it better than the man that's going to do it. And I can do this and I can do that. The problem is that women have literally seen men as replaceable.
Yes, exactly.
We don't look at y'all as replaceable.
No, we don't.
We value you guys.
Exactly. And
we have never said that we don't need women.
And not only that, we value the feminine aspect of women.
Exactly. Yep. Just like they're supposed to appreciate the masculinity.
If I wanted you to act like a man,
right?
Why would I want to be with somebody that's like me?
Right.
Why? It doesn't make any sense.
If women pay attention, I don't know. I can guarantee other men are like this, but I know me personally. I'm the type of dude who would want to come home and I have rough days. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tired. I have health circumstances. I'll be burnt out without even doing nothing sometimes. And I just want to relax.
Yeah.
Right.
I have the desire to come home or be home or whatever, since work from home or whatever. But at night, I have the desire to just be laid up. Like, I'm the type of dude, I mean, look.
Massage the feet, do all that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I would do that for her. I probably wouldn't ask a woman to massage my foot.
No, I'm saying you would do that for her.
You got some fucked up feet.
Look, man, don't be talking about hooper toes, dog. That's what we call them, hooper toes. But look,
them feet black as fuck.
Look, first of all, my feet are pretty.
Not the toes,
my
nails.
My feet are pretty. I got a couple bad toenails, but that's off topic. We ain't talking about that. All I'm saying is sometimes I want to be laid up with a chick and just be laid up, like literally rub your fingers through my hair, scratch my scalp. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. If I wanted the female version of myself, I'm not gonna be laid up with that. What do I call you, a nigga?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But I need that. We need that nurturing. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
But I mean, let's also take into account this. I mean, we live in a time, especially we all live in Southern California. It's one of the most expensive places in the entire world to live. Right? Like we know that generally speaking, it takes 2 incomes and 2 people working maybe close to the same type of job or whatever the case may be to support a home, support a household, or whatever the case may be. So what we have to start realizing is that, and this is what, I gotta give credence and give credit to some women in this regard, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get rid of gender roles completely, right? But let's be honest, you're not, if she's working just as many hours as you are, if she's working just as tough of a job as you are, then in the aspect of providing, you guys are equals, right? So you can't, as a man, you can't, like, and it's no disrespect to men. It's no disrespect to any man that isn't above their woman from a providing standpoint, right? But you can't flex.
2021, we don't need that.
But let's be real. You can't flex your provider muscle, right? Y'all both provide equally, but you can't flex on your girl like, I'm handling this. You know,
honestly,
right?
I think those
can't.
No, I think those are the best relationships.
Hold on. But what, you're right. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, when if you're the man of your house, there's still certain things in your home and certain roles that you are going to play as the man in your home. Just like there's certain roles as a woman that you're going to play in your home, whether you guys are both bringing home the same amount of bacon, right?
Yeah, that's why it's the best relationship.
Exactly. But the problem
it's a real partnership.
But see, the problem is even though, and this is a lot of women in today's society, and but because you can't flex your providing muscle on her, a lot of women don't see you as valuable because you can't flex that on her. It's true. Like, I'm bringing as much as you bring in. It's like, yeah, but are you watering the grass? Are you cutting the lawn? Are you fixing everything in the house? Like,
to which she's like, are you making the sandwiches? Are you making the coffee? Blah blah blah.
Exactly.
And it's like, good. So we can both shut the fuck up and appreciate each other.
Exactly. But then it's like, well, I don't have to do that. I bring in just as much as you do. I don't have to cook for you. I don't have to clean for you. I don't have.
Here's the reality.
Like, at the end of the day,
but you got to do something.
At the end of the day, you got to do something in a role that I don't do, and I got to do something in a role that you don't do. So if we're working the same amount of hours and we're working as tough of a job, am I going to expect you to wash all the laundry? No, of course not. Like, I'm going to help you. That's where certain things like, okay, like right here, we may have a 50-50 on this one thing right here. But over here, we might have a 75-25. Over here, we might have a 60-40. Over here, we might have a 30-70. We might have a 90-10 in this area and a 90-10 over there. But the thing is that what people have to realize is people got to get out of their own like, and like I said, because back in the day, it was men provide money. Men provide the stability based on, their financial status or whatever the case may be. And we're not there anymore, but we still have roles. And just because your man or you're as a woman, you provide financially just as much as your man, does not mean y'all still play the same roles. Likewise, if y'all are both doing the exact same thing and providing financially, a man can't sit back and go, well, I ain't cleaning nothing. Exactly. Like, a man can't sit back and go, I ain't cleaning nothing, I ain't cooking, I ain't doing this and doing that. Like, nah, I got you. Like, I'm gonna help you with those things. But at the end of the day, like, if I gotta go out and I gotta, fix everything around the house and I gotta do the lawn every weekend and I gotta do these things, don't think I'm gonna wash as much clothes as you and cook as much as you. Like, you can't go, oh, well, you do it over here. And maybe I'm speaking from personal experience. It's like, oh, everything over here is 50-50, but you do the most over here. It don't work like that. You still got to roll.
Look, this is where
you still got to roll.
And
everybody
this
has
is where
a role.
in this day and age. No, right. In this day and age, you've got people who like I've seen things that would be like, oh, I don't need somebody. Like, don't look for somebody to complete you. Yeah. Go into a situation, complete yourself.
Bullshit.
And exactly.
Bullshit.
This
men,
is where
men and women are meant to be unions.
Exactly.
Like they
this
sit
is
here
where
and feed y'all this lie and y'all eat that shit up.
This is where the phrase "you complete me" becomes real and necessary. Yep. And it's when people like to think, it's that hustler's mentality that I can do everything for myself type of thing, rather than putting the pride aside and saying I can do more with this person by my side.
Exactly.
And help them accomplish more, myself as well.
Exactly.
And that's what we need to get back to.
Yeah. Making
each other better. In dating.
Making each other
Why
better.
do we want
each other
I
better.
just make you better. Or you just make me better.
Right.
Or I just make your life easier. You just no. We make each other's lives easier.
Right.
The idea that you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Right.
It's not a very hard concept. If both people buy into we're both valuable but different, then you won't have any issues. Right. But the thing is that, like I said, we live in this time where it's like, oh, well, I can do everything you can do. Okay, it's sure like, you can, but you don't.
It's like
you don't. Like I said, I live that shit. It's like, oh, I can do everything. I can do everything, but you don't. So until you do, right? You can't sit there and talk about what you can and what you gotta. If you're not gonna be about it, I don't want to hear it. Right. I don't want to hear it. Like now, you're telling me what you can do. That's my role. So if you're not going to do it, then go do something that's your role. If I'm gonna make this easier for you, go make that easier for me. It's not a hard concept.
Fact.
But then it's like, oh well, you expect me to cook and clean? If I'm paying all the bills in this, then you goddamn right I do. Yeah. Like, why do we have to be shy about wanting a woman to be a woman if we're stepping up and being a man? I'm misogynistic because I want you to clean, but I pay all the bills in this motherfucker. I mow the lawn, I take care of the yard, I walk the dog, and I play man roles within
12-hour days.
I put in 12, 13-hour days, but then I'm misogynist if I want you to cook and clean. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on.
Now look, I mean, there are women who will believe that the roles can be reversed. And there are men that are okay with that.
Yes,
many men are in this day and age. Like,
but if that ain't what it is,
exactly.
You can't sit here and complain like, oh well, I can do it, but you're not.
Exactly.
You're not. If you want to do it, then by all means, be my guest. But then the thing is when you tell them, all right, go do it. It's like, well, what? Go fucking do it. How about you contribute more? Oh well, I got this and I got nah. You want to be about it. Pay the cost to be the boss.
All right.
If you want that type of treatment, then hey, you got put the money out there. You want that equal treatment? You don't want to clean as much? All right, pay half the mortgage. Facts. Pay half the rent.
Facts.
Pay half of my car note. And like, bro, like, man, that's so
all right.
shit,
no, that's facts.
This nigga reaching for a drink that
ain't I need a drink and it ain't in there.
Hey, well, look, we're going to help you out, man. All right, well, that's where we're going to end this one. We appreciate y'all for watching. Clearly, my man Aaron here is scarred. And we're gonna work on that, as a family, and hopefully, this new single situation for him is new. I'm thinking maybe a year or two from now we'll get him right back on track. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and we'll catch y'all next week. We out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Plus, get exclusive and behind-the-scenes footage by subscribing on Patreon. We also appreciate all donations, so if you would like to support, please don't hesitate to hit that Cash App in the description below.